So you just finished an ayahuasca ceremony, and you might be asking yourself, what's next? You might have had a very beautiful, amazing ceremony with a lot of clarity, and you want to ask yourself, how can I take this and bring it to my day-to-day life? Or you had a ceremony with a lot of confusion, and you're asking yourself, what does this even mean? How does this have anything to do with my life? And so really this video is about integration. How do I take that, what I see in the world of ayahuasca, to my day-to-day life? Enjoy. So the first thing that I can recommend you that you absolutely don't do is to share publicly how ayahuasca has changed your life. Don't be that person. But it's very tempting because it has such a strong emotional impact, and we want to share that with the world. But the truth is, most people don't really understand. They also don't need to understand it. Of course they don't understand, because they didn't make the experience that you made. And a lot of times by talking about this, and then this happened, and now I realize this, you spend a lot of energy outwardly talking about things, and you lose some of that magic. So what I recommend is start cultivating the change. And 3 months, 6 months, 12 months down the line, people will notice. They ask you about it, and feel free to share. And this refers more to, your publicity, your social media, whatever, some random acquaintances. With family, with close friends, it's a little bit different, but also there's some nuances to look out for. So the next thing that is really good to do is take some rest and eat well. You didn't eat before the ceremony for quite some while, you didn't eat during the ceremony. Really get some energy back up, listen to some relaxing music, and do some journaling. And free-flowing journaling is amazing as well. And I prepared some questions that I want to share with you that really help you integrate this experience. And that will be, what needs to go in your life? What needs to be changed in the way you interact with others? Where in life do you need to find balance? Who do you need to have a conversation with? Who do you want to apologize to? Who do you want to show gratitude to? What did you learn about yourself? What did you unlearn about yourself? What is not you anymore? How do you see yourself living differently after the ceremony? What is possible now that wasn't possible before? What are new truths to live by? New priorities, new values. So you're going to have a heightened level of awareness for the next couple of days, and people experience a level of balance and tranquility in their life for the next 1 to 2 weeks. However, in most cases, that doesn't last forever. So the question is, how can you take this spark and integrate it as the best way possible in your day-to-day life? And this is an amazing time right now, because you return to your life and you interrupted the autopilot mind. So many times in our life, we keep on doing things because that's the way we've always done them, and we don't really question them. And now you took a step back, and returning to your life, you ask yourself, hey, is that really me? Does this really serve me? And it goes to many things. It goes for habits. It's for certain conversations you have, topics of conversation. It's about substances that you're attracted to, places, people, and really feel out the energy of it. Does it resonate with me? Is it adding things to my life, or is it draining energy from me? And if it's draining, it's really good to cut those things out of your life. And that can make a huge difference, because you've been going one way. Now even if you just change a little bit, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months down the line, things will be different. Also, you might have some confusion, some questions about the things you experienced in your ceremony. So in that case, check out the video about your visions of ayahuasca and how to interpret them. Another great thing to do is to talk about the elephant in the room. And what do I mean by that? So this refers especially to close relationships, family, friends, significant others, especially family. Because most of the time, there's something that happened between you and your parents, your sibling, whoever, and it's a certain burden in your relationship, and you don't want to go there, you don't want to bring all the things up, but you notice how it affects you and also prevents you from connecting deeply with people that you really care about. And it's good to talk about that elephant in the room. And there's different ways to do it. And one thing that you shouldn't do is, have that accusing thing. Hey, because you did this, now I feel this, and blah, blah, blah. Because, the other person's like, hey, where's that coming from? And won't be able to handle it in most cases. But what you can do is really from a place of loving and understanding, share certain things that happened in the past, and how it shaped you, how you feel like it burdens your relationship, and forgive others, forgive yourself. Really have that compassion in the way you speak to your loved ones, and that can make a huge difference. And because once we release those tensions that we hold, especially in our very intimate relationships, that's going to improve your life drastically. And I know it's super hard to talk about those things, especially about mistakes that you made. And it's really good to admit those mistakes to others as well. It takes a lot of courage to do that. But that's going to improve your life so much. So I really encourage you to talk about the elephant in the room. The next topic is also very important, and it's about making big decisions. Maybe quitting your job, starting a new career path, ending a relationship. And maybe in your ceremony you became aware of things that no longer serve you, that need to go, that is no longer a part of you. And that's amazing. However, make sure you don't do it out of the rush of the moment, or because ayahuasca told me I need to break up with my girlfriend, so now I break up with her. And then because when things get tough, you're gonna end up blaming ayahuasca for the decision that you made, and now that things aren't in your life as they used to be, or whatever. And then you didn't really get the message of ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is there to gain more consciousness of your life, and by gaining more consciousness, by having that clarity, now you can make that decision. But it's not the plant that makes that decision. It's you have that power within, and you make that decision what is right for you and what is wrong for you. So really, I encourage you to make the big decisions. However, not from a rush perspective, but really from a centered place within. Also, get ready for your life to accelerate. You moved a lot of energy inside of the ceremony, and when you move a lot of energy inside, that's going to have effect on the outside world as well. And an extreme example is I had a participant come to a ceremony, and she was adopted, and within 6 weeks after the ceremony, her physical father reached out to her, and which is like so crazy to me. But it's not the only case where there's reunions and families or happening, because there's some forgiveness, there's things that happen in a ceremony. Another possibility is people, opportunities leaving your life and coming into your life very quickly. You might be feeling very intensely and because like so much change in such a short period of time, but I encourage you to embrace it, because there was a reason you drank ayahuasca. You wanted things to change in your life, and now that things are changing, don't cling on to the old. It's like, oh no, I'm afraid. It's like, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to open yourself up to new things, and to do that from a place of strength. And I mean, of course, it can be challenging when you maybe get laid off your job after you drank some ayahuasca, but how well did that job serve you in the first place? Is it maybe even good that you now get a little bit uncomfortable, put yourself out there, get ready for new challenges? So, maybe that's a little bit of a kick of life that is coming towards you to change certain things. And if that kick didn't come, you wouldn't have changed. So really embrace it, have that place of centeredness, and go live your life. Another thing is act differently in your life. And I can share something from my personal experience. So when I started drinking ayahuasca told me to be a lot more authentic, because I felt like I was putting on so many different masks, thinking, hey, what do I need to say in a certain situation to get the desired outcome? And ayahuasca told me, drop that mask, be yourself, and the people, the business opportunities that are meant to be for you will be in your life, and the ones who won't. And, it's beautiful to have that realization in the ceremony. But then when it comes to life, and there is that uncomfortable conversation, it is about speaking your truth. It's about maybe pissing somebody off with your new perspective, because they've gotten to know you in a certain way, and now you act differently because I decided, for example, to put off that mask. That's going to cause some disturbance. That's going to cause some friction. And, that's where the work is. Am I actually ready to change things about my life, get different results? So, and it's a process, it's not just I realized it once in a ceremony and now I'm going to do it right all the time. But deep down, what is the right thing to do, and act in that way the best way possible. So when I first started drinking ayahuasca, There was this world of ayahuasca, and then there was my real world of answering emails and work. And I knew that this world was trying to tell me something in this world, but I had a really hard time figuring that out and bringing that together. And that's what integration is for me, to really understand the messages of the medicine, to understand the homework, and to bring it in my day-to-day life. So what challenges and difficulties do you find integrating the messages of ayahuasca? Feel free to share them in the comments. Also feel free to shoot me a private message. We can talk about it because it's a very private topic as well. Like this video so more people get access to this information. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.